Up, Eduardo? How you doing, homie? How you doing, Eduardo? What's up, world? How's everybody doing today? How are you doing, Eduardo? Thanks for being you, bro. Thanks for being here. I appreciate you. What's up, Hollow? How you doing? What's up, man? How are you and everyone doing today? I'm good, man. How are you? Is this my position? Yeah. This is probably it. I'm gonna shift this thing over here real quick. Bear with me. Still kind of setting up a little bit today. Here we go. That's better. Looks good. Rock on, rock on, rock on. Sweet, sweet, sweet. Today we're going to be hitting How you been doing, Hello? You work out today? And if so, what was your workout? Ah. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, we're getting ready for Murph. Murph is 200 push-ups, but I'm going for 400 today. I may go for an extra 100 after that. But I'm also going to be hitting a couple of other different exercises as well. I got some weights here with me and a little bar over there. Yeah, so this should be a pretty good one. Got my timer. And, y'all just caught me starting. So I'm going to do a little bit of a warm-up. Nothing too crazy. Just want to make sure that my shoulders are nice and good and whatnot. Ooh, I've never done a Murph challenge before, actually. This should be fun. It's happening on Memorial Day in my local community at the local YMCA. So, yeah, that should be fun. Being led by a personal trainer. Yeah. For those of you who have not heard of Murph or don't know what Murph is, it's a 1 mile run, 100 pull ups, 200 push ups, 300 squats, and then a mile run right after that. So I feel like I could probably do the run, no biggie. Wednesday, I ended up doing 100 pull ups, and it took me about 60 minutes to do it. So I can do the pull ups. I know I can do the push ups because I've already done that many push ups before. And squats, I could probably do that as well. And I only say probably because my knee, I had an injury about 7 months ago, 8 months ago, and I've been rehabilitating it since, well, since about like 4 months ago, really. But whew. So the plan is I'm going to do 200 push-ups. I'm going to go ahead and do them all in one set, one unbroken set. That's the goal, because that's how I want to do my push-ups when I do the Murph. So I got the timer. It's going to go off every minute. I'm going to do my set of push-ups every minute. And then after 200 push-ups, we'll break the plank. We'll break the set. And then I'm probably going to add this backpack, which has 25 pounds in it. And then we'll do another 200 push-ups. I got my parallettes over there. And then after that, I may do another 100, totaling for 500 push-ups. But yeah, so, and y'all are just jumping in as soon as I'm like warming up over here. All right, let's set this timer. Let's get the boogie in. Oh, wait a second. I gotta get music. I gotta do music. Can't not have some amount of music. Otherwise, well, I mean, I guess I could do it without music, but I prefer music. I hope you all prefer music, and if not, I don't really give a crap what you prefer. Respectfully, of course. All right, I'm gonna do the first set, and then I'm gonna start the timer, and then let's get started. Woo! That's 20 right there. There you go. We just did 30. Boom. Nope. Oh crap. My timer's off. Boom shakalaka. We're at 40, baby. That's right. 40 push-ups. 40. We got 160 to go for the plank. $50. We got 150 more to go. And then 300 after that. How's everybody doing today? Oh. Man, it is such a beautiful day. I really appreciate the earth. Man, it's a beautiful place. What's up, Barbarian? How you doing, Chris? What's up, Barbarian? Dun 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 dun. Won't give up. I won't give up. How you doing today, Chris? What's up with you, homie? What's a Murph? So Murph was this challenge that this military guy came up with. And basically, it's 1 mile run, 100 pull-ups, 200 push-ups, 300 squats, and then a mile run again. I'm very happy as always. Nice. 60. What was that, 74? 74. Yeah, there's at my YMCA. What about you? All good? Yeah, I'm good, man. Yeah, I'm excited. So yeah, we got on Memorial Day, which is May 25th. We're doing at the YMCA. They're hosting the Murph Challenge, and it's something that you do on Memorial Day, you know, for like veterans or something. In one day, yeah, in one day. 70, 81. Yeah, it's all in one day. And you can, we're starting at 9 o'clock in the morning. And you can take your time doing it. There's no time limit. But I'm going to do my pull-ups first. YMCA is that song. So YMCA, before it was a song, it stands for Youth. It's Youth Men's Christian Association, which it's evolved since then. But it's basically like a gym for people to go to, and it's I guess it's not worldwide. It's in America. 89. No? It'd be 88. Wouldn't it? 74. Yeah, 81 plus 7. Yeah. We're doing the push-up part of Murph today. Doing 200 push-ups. I'm doing 200 before I break my plank. And then I'm going to put this backpack on with 25 pounds of extra weight. I'm going to do another 200, but not fully planking all the way through. And then I might do another 100 after that without any weights. And then I got a couple of other exercises. Overhead press with this bar here, and some tricep extensions. Double tap that screen. Subscribe to the channel. I'm here every single day, 3 p.m. Eastern Time, working out. Let's get fit. What's 88 plus 7? 95. Boom. Let's get fit together. Let's get strong. Let's become the pinnacle, the elite society that we can be. Healthy. Healthy body makes it easier to have a healthy mind and actually have healthy thoughts. And having healthy thoughts, having a healthy mind leads to a healthy life. That's what martial arts is all about. That's what this channel is all about. Jump on the bandwagon. Let's go. $95, 102, 102, boom. We're doing sets of 7. It's all good. Doing what you can with what you got. Is what I like. Is what I like. That's right. Woo! Keeping this plank is for sure a workout, my friend. Why not try and do 100 push-ups in one set? This is technically in Guinness Book of World Records standards, one set. I mean, night. It's good. Thank you. How's your day? One, 2, 1, 0, 9. Boom. How do you manage your positive attitude and positive thinking, Drew? Bro. Trauma. When I was a kid, I was about 4 when I started having febrile seizures, and it was a condition that I grew out of, but I almost died several times. If you don't know what febrile seizures is, it's every time you have a fever of over 102, you have a seizure. And they were more intense when I was younger, and they got less intense as I aged. One second. 7. Wow, man. Yeah, give me a second. There's more to that. 106, right? 106? No, 116. 116, yeah. And so I almost died several times. And this was before I was taught anything about religion or anything like that. But when I died, quote unquote, I almost died several times. The experience that I had on my end was like, it wasn't the same, but it had the same theme. And that theme was that I was this massively, infinitely massive thing being squished into this infinitely dense, limiting universe. That's what it felt like. That's what it appeared as. And after the episode was over, there was always like calm, serene. And I can't even say episode was over because I don't know what was going on in the physical universe at the time of my seizures. But when I bypassed a certain threshold of being squished, it was like calmness. I just existed on the other side of all that craziness. And it took me, a couple years to analyze all this stuff over time. But I believe that we are all infinite. We are the creator living as physical entities for whatever purpose I don't know. But I gotta do a set. Wonder if my kids wanted ice cream, so we went for 2 hours walk to the store. Nice. A 2 hour walk to the store to get ice cream. Nice. Let's see, 4, 5, 6. So that's 222, 122. Yeah, I basically experienced going through this sort of death, rebirth, death, rebirth, death, rebirth over and over again. It was like almost once or twice a year I would get sick and have a fever. And when you do that so often, nothing else really seems that bad. So it's like, and ultimately, even when you die, I don't think that you ever end. I think that you as an experiencer will continue to experience indefinitely. So what is there to be upset about? I could be sitting here having like all this chest pain and all this pain with doing my push-ups and stuff. But we know the down draws of complaining. It brings people down. It makes your attitude not so great. Your positive overcoming attitude is diminished. It's better if you have a positive, I'm going to overcome this attitude even when all hell is breaking loose around you. So, you may as well just like have a positive attitude even when internally sometimes you feel like you want to destroy the world. Thanks for the question, Chris. That was a good one. That was a good question. I talked through like 2 sets. So I ended up doing 10 on that one because I rested pretty well. Are you religious or rather spiritual? 42. I'm not a big fan of labels. So answering that question, what do you mean by religious? What do you mean by spiritual? I can see a multitude of ways. I can see a way in which religious and spiritual are like the same thing. I can also see a way in which religious is like, crazy zealotism towards your spirituality. And I can see a way in which spirituality is really just kind of loosely believing in a sort of intelligent infinity, but not like necessarily pertaining to certain rules of said spirituality, I can see a multitude of ways. So what do you mean by religious versus spiritual? Ah, 152. What is the difference between religious and spiritual? What is your definition of the difference between religious and spiritual? I guess would be the best question. I gotta remember 22. 22. You asked a good question. I'm gonna clip that question into a short. That my whole answer. Religious, like praying, believing in the Christian God, the Bible, and so on. That doesn't really answer my question. You can be spiritual and believe in the Christian God. Do I pray? Let me just take it bit by bit. Do I pray? Yeah, every now and then. I also meditate as well. I pray and I meditate. I use both faculties. Believing in the Christian God. I believe that God, or the intelligent infinity, or all that is, or whatever you want to call it, because all names are of it. So as long as you're speaking to somebody who understands you, because that's what language is about. It's about you and me communicating, not you and God or me and God communicating. God communicates. God's never not with you. The all is never not with you. So it sees through your eyes. It hears through your ears. It knows your mind like you know your mind. It's never not separated. So it's always in contact with you. So you can literally feel a thing and meditate on it, or you can feel a thing, meditate on it, and then once you speak into words and pray with it. I think that if, I don't know. Again, like, language is for us. It's for humans. It's not necessarily for you. I mean, you can use it to communicate with God, but you don't need physical language to communicate with God. The Bible and so on. I've never actually read the Bible all the way through. I've read excerpts from it. I've also read other religious documents, not in its full, but yeah. Anyways, another set. Let's go. One, 7D, boom. I like to speak worldly with people. If you don't believe in Christianity, and let's say you believe in Islam or something, then I like to find the common ground between what you believe and what I believe. And we can commune however you wish, just as long as it's something that works for us both, right? If you're a Jewish person, if you're within Judaism, cool. If you're within Buddhism, cool. You're with Hinduism, cool. I believe that there's truth in all of it, and yeah, I mean, 80. Boom. Woo! I got 20 more and then I can break this plank. I just know and understand that I know nothing. That's lazy, Chris. That's lazy. You know you believe something. You definitely believe something. I also know that I don't know much. But what I do know is that I exist. I'm experiencing now. And I've been to, I don't even know if you could even say that I've been to another plane of existence, but I've seen a little bit, not necessarily, I don't know, how do I say this without sounding like I know what's on the other side of the veil? It was like I had near-death experiences consistently when I was a little kid. And I know that I was experiencing when I was on the other side of what people in the physical world were saying was death. People here were saying death, death, death. And they were saying things like, oh, he's unconscious. But I was not unconscious. I just wasn't capable of utilizing my physical body to interact with you, you know? Yeah, but the only way we are experiencing is through the brains. Wanting to say that the brain is the only way that we experience is basically saying that you're only going to believe what can be physically proven. I can't prove that I exist beyond me telling you that I exist. Can you prove to me that you exist? I mean, I can't prove. All you can do is look at my physical body and be like, that's Drew. But I'm telling you that I'm more than just my physical body. I can't prove that. And I don't want to live in a world where I don't explore ideas beyond just what science and the physical universe can prove. Especially since I've had so many experiences that demonstrate to me that there is a network of consciousness that spans the entire universe that interacts with physical matter. I only exist and you are my imagination. I mean, yeah, that's an idea. We did it, 200. Oh, I see. Dang. That's so interesting because I made a comment, or I made a short, like two months ago or something like that, and a commenter commented like, because he misconstrued my short, and I guess I didn't also speak like in full detail what I believed in the short, and he was just like, so that's like solipsism. What is that called? Solipsism. And he was a little concerned, and so we had a debate like 30 comments deep going back and forth, and he was like, oh, honestly your belief sounds a little bit more like Hinduism than solipsism. Because I don't believe that, like, I'm the only thing on this universe. I do think that there's a hint of truth to it. This whole universe is holographic in nature. It's a matrix. It's kind of like a simulation. And you exist as a reflection, a projection of my own mind. But you also do exist as your own physical universe. And any projection of me that you have in your physical universe does exist as well. But also my physical universe, my universe does exist as well. So there's this cat, this black cat that comes into our yard, and he just like traipses about, and he just like walked around. I heard about a guy who was knocked out and he was in a coma. When he woke up, he started crying because when he was in coma, his brain made a whole new life for him. He had a wife and kids and lived to 80 years old. That he was a you guy in real life. He was a guy in real life. Oh, he was a young guy in real life. Yeah, I mean, so talking to you, like, not just this conversation, not just today, but like, anytime we ever talk about spirituality, do you believe, I guess I should ask the question rather than making a presumption, but, what's up?
What time did the man wake up?
Huh?
What time did the man wake
I
up?
wrote it on the board.
Oh, thank you.
Okay, I'm gonna add the 25 pounds to the pack. So my question to you, Chris, is do you believe that soul exists? That you are, and my definition of that is you are a conscious being that I don't know. This is the way that I see it. Let me just explain how I see it. So you're a conscious being, and your consciousness exists before your physical body does. I know that the illusion seems like you have a physical brain, a physical body, and then consciousness arises. I don't believe that. I believe that we're conscious, and it's like let's say your hand is like your consciousness, and your glove, and a glove is like your physical body, and your hand slips into the glove, and then you act in this physical universe and interact with the physical universe with your glove body. And the only way that you can really interact with the physical universe is by having your hand in the glove. But otherwise, you can just do, if you don't have the glove on, you're just a consciousness that can, like, you can do like wisps of, like, you know, like maybe you'll like interact with people in their dreams or something like that. Do you believe that you're a conscious being first, like you're a soul first? Or do you think that consciousness only arises after the brain and the physical body is created first? What do you think? All right, 25 pounds on. We're going to do, I understand what you said. Have you saw a video called Egg by Kutsu? I don't. You don't? Okay. Neither. Okay. Well, that's fair. That makes sense. Well, that's where you and I disagree. But that's okay. That is okay. No. I mean, I have no data about this. Yeah, that's fair. That's also understandable as well. No, I haven't seen Egg, but I know what you're talking about though. That YouTube channel, they always have like pretty decent stuff. Why do you believe in a soul? Both can be true, both can be false. That is also true. Jeff, so we were just talking about this, and I guess I'm gonna have to repeat myself now because you just joined in the conversation. But when I was a kid, I used to have febrile seizures, and so at the age of about 4 or so, and this was before I was like taught religions and like learned about like Christianity and all this stuff. So this was before I was told about like God and stuff like that. So I never had a presupposition of what God or soul or the whole like spirituality of anything really was. And when I was younger and I started having my seizures, and if you don't know what febrile seizures are, it's every time you have a fever of over 102 degrees, you start seizing up and you have a seizure. And it was really intense when I was younger, and they got milder and milder as I grew. And then when I was 18, I had my last seizure, and I grew out of it. But when they were first coming on, they were really intense, and I almost died several times. I had a fever just about at least once a year, if not some years I had 2 seizures. So I've had about somewhere around 15 to like 19 seizures in my lifetime. And there was a common theme, the experience that I had during every single one of those seizures, especially like the first ones when I was younger. And it basically felt like I was this. I was getting a fever, and it felt like I was this infinitely massive thing. Like it was like my awareness was becoming more aware that I was this infinitely massive thing, and I was being squished into this like tiny, infinitely limited space. And it took years for me to kind of like figure out what that kind of was. Um, but essentially, um, I believe that we're all like these. I believe that we're all like, well, in a nutshell, and this may sound a little woo-ha, but I think that we're all kind of like God in a sense, living as physical entities, living as physical perspectives, limited perspectives, specific perspectives with specific agendas to basically have an experience and live a limited experience and experience that limited experience. And, I mean, that's pretty much my biggest like experience, my biggest experiences. I've had a couple of other experiences where I was like on shrooms and stuff, and just the synchronicities of like literally within literally I was on shrooms and the craziest thunderstorm happened, and I felt this energy to go out to my trampoline and call for this lightning bolt to come hit me. And anyways, we don't have to get into that, but it's about oneness or whatever. I know that I exist, I can feel that, but not by language, because language was given to me by my surroundings. Yeah, that's a good. My thoughts are even because of language. I cannot perceive reality without language. I don't know about that. I mean, maybe that's you. Maybe that's you, but like I don't experience reality in like words and stuff all the time. I mean, sometimes I can have thoughts that are like words, but a lot of times I'll see whole events, or I'll literally just see like flashes of color against a dark background or something like that, or and it'll feel like a theme, it'll feel like a thought. uh it'll it, it it'll feel like a thought. It'll feel like I don't know. I don't always think in words. So is God a soul? Let me read through barbarian stuff. I see a chair and I know it's a chair because I was told that this shape is a chair. Yeah, so actually there's an interesting thing about that. The word chair, right, is an idea that exists within our language. But if you actually look at what a chair is, like, it's not a chair to an ant. To an ant, it's like, if you have like a wooden chair, it's like, it's wood and like, polyurethane and, wooden screws and, you know, I guess I'm thinking stool, but like, you know, or this chair over here, it's like metal and it's like fabrics and a bird can come over here and chew at the fabric and grab that fabric and go use it for a nest and stuff like that. And but we have all these words and like, yeah, I can see your point about like words being words, but I believe that everything in the universe is just one thing. Like sandcastles are building structures, different things, but they are the same sand. Yeah, that's a good point. So, is God a soul? God is, from my point of view, and I guess this is my definition of what God is. God is all that is, and so God is the culmination of everything. God is every thought I've ever had. God is every thought I will ever have. God is every thought that I'm having now. God is every feeling I've ever had, every feeling I will have, every feeling I'm having now, every experience. God is all the things that God. So the physical universe is this place of limitation, right? And God is all that is. And the physical universe exists within God. There is no limit to God. There is no so every word that there is exists within the physical universe. And so basically what I'm trying to do is use physical words to touch God. It's like using a physical stick to try and touch something that's beyond physicality. And so time and space is a construct within the physical universe that God manifested so that we can have experiences of before and after, beginning and end, and so that we can live linear lifestyles and experience linear stories. And yeah, God is beyond all of that. And I believe that there's even more layers to it than that, which I just don't even understand. But we got to talk in person. Yeah, dude. Yeah, no, for sure. Absolutely. Yeah. God is just a word. And also, that's true. God is just kind of like a word. But it's like an idea that we're trying to experience. Are words even physical? Well, they're definitely a construct of the physical universe. I mean, if you think about it, like I'm using physical air to push this idea that can be not necessarily measured, but it can be seen to happen within my brain. Um, so like you can see electrical impulses firing in my brain as like the idea like comes through my physical body and manifests in my physical brain. And so you can see that it's physical, the thought is physical, and then the word gets manifested with air coming through, and then the air flies through the air as like shockwaves and whatnot. And then if you write it down, you're using physical graphite on a pencil or physical ink on a piece of paper on something that's physical. So I would definitely say they're tools of the physical universe for sure. But yeah, man, I am not doing any fucking push-ups. I've done 200 push-ups today, and I'm already 50 minutes in. Guys, we're talking about something That's taking me away from my workout. Oh my god. For instance, if I tell you that I saw an oak, your brain will give you an idea of an oak, but it will not be an oak that I saw. I believe that the brain cannot make something new. You cannot invent new colors. So, actually, to speak on that, um, I believe that the physical body is a conduit for which, uh, like, basically, we're all kind of like antennas. And, like, you're kind of right. Like, you don't actually come up with new ideas. Like, your higher self, okay, so there are layers to this whole thing. Like, there's God, but there's also like oversouls, and then there's like your higher selves. And so like you have a higher self, and basically it's like a trickling down. Like, God gives information or perspective or whatever have you to oversouls. Oversouls give that to higher selves, and we are like, we have a physical mind, and then we have a subconscious mind, which is actually, it, sub means below, but it's actually a higher mind. That is our subconscious mind. And so we receive information from our higher selves through our subconscious mind, and you're basically just a conduit to express physical action in a physical universe, a physical canvas, if you will. So like, yeah, the physical brain cannot actually come up with new stuff. We're actually just getting that information from a higher plane of existence. That's what I believe, at least. I love getting philosophical. I know you've been here for like 20 fucking minutes. Like, this is the longest you've ever stayed. Yeah, bro, I love getting philosophical. I obviously love getting philosophical with it because I'm fucking not even working out now. I did my 200 push-ups. Now I still have 300 more push-ups to go, bro. Like, and I'm not even doing it. Get busy, my bad. I know, right? An oak is a happening, not a thing. It's a seed treeing. I mean, that's true. Yeah, it's not. Yeah, that's a good point, because like the word chair is like a boundary, but like the stuff that makes up a chair is something that's evolving through time. You know, it's not, the chair isn't going to be a chair forever. And like you were right, actually, now that I see what you're saying here, that a chair is really just a place to sit. You know, like, I get that. I really get that, actually. That's why I said first that I know shit. So I do, but I know it's like kids talking about a quantum realm. I mean, yeah, but I mean, it's fun and exciting to talk about this stuff. I really actually enjoy it. But I'm still longing for a meaningful dialogue. Cannot experience that in real life. Oh, I'm sorry, bro. Yeah, I'm sorry. Maybe, dang, bro. Maybe I should just, maybe I'll start doing a live. Instead of, like, working out all the time, I'll have, like, a philosophical Sunday or something. Where I do live, and then we talk about, like, oh, shit, bro. That would be exciting, bro. So if I hits blunt, yeah! Yeah! Oh, shit, bro. I have a friend who started doing lives, and now he just started doing lives, and now he does smoke sesh, where he smokes and then he just engages with chat about like some, philosophical, or like, he talks about more about like what's going on in the world, like not politics, but like celebrity stuff, but where's my shrooms? Yeah, dude. Bro. Yeah, man, Jeff, we gotta hang out, bro. We gotta hang out, dude. It's been a while, man. We gotta like catch up. We gotta like talk about stuff. Would you be interested in doing a live, like with me? Like you could come over. I could set up like a sort of like two chairs into like an interview orientation, but it's more of like two friends just hanging out talking about shit. Would you be down for that? I got a new teeping trick. Hold your knee downwards and then it becomes more of a swinging motion instead of a stabbing motion. Oh, cool. Sweet. Yo, Apple, do you have videos on your channel? Could you make that into a video and like show me? Yeah, man, let's do it. Hell yeah. That's so funny. I was like, motherfucker. What was it like a couple weeks ago? I was like, yo, bro, we need to work out, and you were like, yeah, man, and I was like, yo, here's my email, and like I've yet to receive an email from you, and like, watch you just now be like, now that it's like hanging out and just chilling, you're like, yeah, let's do it. Like, oh man, didn't mean to throw you out there, but you lazy sucker. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just messing with you. I would actually really like to do like a talk session with you though. Like actually like, you know, talk about philosophical stuff. Alright, I really gotta get some reps in here. I really wanted to like do something pretty gnarly today, so I'm gonna start the timer. Let's stop talking for so long about philosophical, spiritual shit. Or we could go ahead and keep talking about it. I don't care. But I'm gonna do my push-ups. 2, 10. Now I literally think about how much I suck because I haven't seen that email. I haven't sent that email. Oh shit, dang, bro. Oh man, that honestly, that is so sweet because, you know, that, bro, you're such a cool guy, dude. Yeah, cause like I do the same thing. Like if I say I'm gonna do something and then I don't do it, I just feel like I'm like, dang it. But also I understand that like I gotta take care of me. You know, if I don't really feel like doing the thing or whatnot. Like there's this lady that needed my help making a flyer for her business, and she needed it done by April, and I have not done it, and it's already May, and I walk by her front desk. She works at the front desk at my job, and I walk by it all the time, and she hasn't mentioned it, but I know that she's like a little she was really quiet with me for like the first month when I wasn't doing it. So I'm just like, dang it, but I just don't have the time or like the information I need to make the flyer good, you know? Whatever. Man, she's going for a walk. I'm so jealous. Yeah, I feel that word said is more worth than gold. You know, that's why I try not to like promise things and make promises unless I'm absolutely certain that I'm going to die before I fail in fulfilling that promise. Like I'm die hard with my promises. Last time I promised something was like a long time ago. I got a girl and 2 kids now, so it's hard to find time to do Exactly, bro. I didn't even know you had kids, bro. Oh, dude, dude, bro. Did I tell you I have a kid now? He's about to be a year old. He's about to be a year old in like 2 weeks. Dude, that's awesome. I still haven't done my taxes yet, bro. Bro. I got a girl and 2 kids now, bro. Not my kids. No! Dang it. Are you gonna have kids with her? That's crazy though. You still have to like, you know, take care of kids though, bro. Like, yeah, kids are like they take a lot of your time, bro. Her kids, but I'm in their life now. Nice. Sweet. That's awesome. That is freaking you're a father. That's great. That is fantastic, dude. Having kids is like the shit, bro. Hi, handsome Marshall. Looking good today. Thanks, dead anarchist. I would definitely like to have my own. Yeah, maybe you could like convince her to just like have at least one, you know? What is 7 plus 224? 224. No one's ever called me a father. That's crazy. Well, you are though. You have to take care of kids. You have to take care of kids. You're a father. You're a father if you have to take care of kids. How long have you been a father to these kids? How long have you been in a relationship with this girl and been father to them? And how old are they? Going from nothing to 8 and 12-year-old was definitely a change. Oh, dang. Okay. And how long ago was this? That's awesome. That's crazy. That's crazy. Like, not even getting the build up, just going straight into like this kid that's about to go into puberty, and then this other kid that's like right behind that. Like, fuck. About 2 years now. Nice. 30. Fuck. 238. Fine. You should have been happy that you have kids. We're kids. Were kids, like werewolf. They're werewolf kids. Oh, that's my neighbor. Like, fuck it. Like, fuck is right. Yeah, dude. Dude. That's crazy. Yeah. Especially, yeah, bro. Dang, bro. That's crazy. You're... Balls of steel. Are they girls or are they guys or is it a mixture? Did you say they were girls, I think? Woo! 2:45. Boom. Hey, Rachel, are you watching? Are you watching, Rachel? Young boy, older girl. Okay. Dang. Cool. Well, the only thing I can speak from experience about your situation that's somewhat similar. 1 second. Woo! 2:52. Hopefully this helps. But my sister had 4 kids and divorced her husband, her ex-husband, 17 years. And then this new guy comes in, and her ex-husband was white guy. My sister, white girl, made white kids. Her boyfriend, who she's been with for like 6, 7 years now, he's black. He's like blacker than black. He's so dark. And he's a comedian too, but he used to be a Marine. Great guy. Fantastic guy. I love him. 1 segundo. Woo. 2:59. Woo. So he came into, so the age range is my niece is 23 now, something like that, or 20, 23 now. She lives in Texas. She has her own kids. She's about to have another. Uh, my other nephew, who's 18 or 19. My other nephew, who's uh, fuck, what is he like? 16, 17, 17, I think. And then my other nephew, who's like, he's like 13 now, I think. But he came into their lives when he was like about 5 or so, 6 or something. When the youngest was about 6. And to this day, he doesn't think of him as his father, but he does love him. He does see him as a father figure, but he knows because his real father, he grew up for the first, like, I guess 4 or so years with him. But yeah, so I guess what I'm saying is like, my sister's boyfriend isn't necessarily like their father, and they don't call him, father or anything like that. But he is a father figure, and they do respect him. And yeah, I was thinking, like, at first when I asked you, at first when you told me that she had 2 kids, I immediately thought that they were super duper young, like, and that they were gonna grow up. For some reason, I don't know. I just assumed, obviously, that you were gonna growing up these kids at a young age, so then they would have absolutely seen you as like a father. But it might take some time for them to like actually view you as like, you know, a father figure or dad or whatnot. I don't know, because my girlfriend, my woman, my baby mama, we're not married yet, but she, I think she was like 5 years old or so, 4 years old, 3 years old, something like that. She was really young, or no, she might have been like 1 year old. I don't know. When her mom and her dad split up, and then her stepdad came into the picture, and she calls him Faja. So, and she considers him her dad, and she considers herself being lucky to have 2 dads. So, I don't know. Yeah, it's tough at times, but I grew up with step parents, so I kind of know what's up. Oh, well, that's helpful. That is fucking helpful as shit. Hell yeah. My friend once met a woman 9 years older than him. She had 2 kids, every with another man. That woman was not very good. She used my guy. Oh, that's sad to hear. He wasted so many years. That was sad. Oh, yeah, I'm sorry about that. Being a father figure is a huge responsibility. Yeah, true, true, true. That's why I started taking care of myself. Stopped drinking and smoking. Yeah, dude, for sure. Like, the reason why I work out so much now, and the reason why I even have this channel now, is because I've always wanted to, but I want to also be a good father figure to Aiden, my son. So, are your sister's kids' real dad still around? He is still like around. He still lives like in the same area, but and he's still alive. But he's an alcoholic. He's not. He doesn't pay child support or anything like that. He doesn't help out with the kids really, and they kind of don't really see him all that often. Woo. 269. Boom. Do I have a day job? Yes, I do. Life is strange. Talking with other people changes perspective. Yeah, true, true, true. My day job is I still lifeguard, buddy. Yeah. No, I'm actually I'm working on getting my personal trainer certificate back so I can start doing personal training and teaching classes at my local gym. And then I want to what I'm really trying to do is there's this training program called Integrative Holistic Practices Institute, and it basically is you become a health coach, but you're teaching like holistic health. So there's like Ayurvedic, which is like yoga, India, like health, the health system that they use in India. Traditional Chinese medicine. There's the Western medicine. You use basically all of the medicines. There's like the 6 pillars, is what they call it, of medicine, all throughout the world, and you use every single one of those to cater to the individual person that you're health coaching, and you try and lead them into being healthy with their physical bodies. And that's kind of what I'm trying to do. But the program costs like $9,000, so I'm kind of building up to that. You know, I want to be a health coach, and I want to pivot my health channel to help me do that. So, you know, that's kind of where I'm kind of going now. It's over 9,000. He did. He did change his name. Yeah. It used to be like Open Hiken Schneckenblurgen. It used to be like Urban Schnurgensturg Baperga. Did I? Well, it sounds like you're really interested in what you're doing. Huge respect for going for it, man. Yeah, dude. Well, yeah. I've always kind of been interested in health to some degree. I mean, you remember my mom. She was like 400 pounds my whole life. So, and she did not care at all about her health. I mean, she complained about it nonstop, but she didn't do anything to change it. So she's like a big proponent of health. The reason why I try to be, you know, an athlete, you know. So, yeah, man. I'm trying. And I want to make everybody else as healthy as I could possibly make them, or help them help themselves be healthy. And you know, like, why not shoot for the stars? You know, like, if you've never been one to be an athlete, well, you can. You have a body, right? You know, you can be an athlete. Anybody could be an athlete. You know, I can never forget Drew's mom. She's she was huge. I was about to make so many big jokes. Laughter, the spice of life. Your dad was a cool dude too. Yeah, I still live with him. We live in his house actually still, and I mean, yeah, he's still around. He's about to turn 70 this June, or this July. No, this July, June. Fuck, I'm so bad with other people's birthdays. Besides, it helps me with learning English. Nice. We low-key had a scale of 1 to Drew's. Damn. Yeah. 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 No, that makes sense. That's great. That's great. No disrespect though, she was like my second mom for a while. Yeah, yeah, she was cool. You know, yeah. No, I know. I know. Now that you say that, like, damn, it just comes to mind like, so how big was she? She like a 1, a 2, a 5, a 9, Drew's mom. Like, damn. Oh shit, dude. That's great. That's awesome. Oh man, it's so true too, bro. Oh man. Bro, you just looked at the cam straight into my eyes and we laughed at the same time. Yeah, dude. Dude. Dude, I miss the old times, man. I miss just being able to hang out. I miss being able to ride my bike to people's houses and just go hang out with people, you know? I'm sorry, mama, we love you. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, she's up in heaven, or in the other place. No, I'm kidding. No, 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 no. She's yeah, she's yeah. I don't know. I made my peace with her passing. You know, if it, and I know this sounds kind of harsh, but I made my peace with her passing like years ago, and she passed like about a year and a half ago, and I just knew that she was gonna go before dad because she's not healthy. And it just took me some time while she was alive to make sure that I wasn't gonna like, you know, freak out and like be not capable and just be debilitated because of her dying. But it honestly, whenever I think about it, it's just sad to me, and it provides me with more motivation to like, I gotta go. Let's work out. Let's eat healthy stuff. Let's make more people healthy. You know. If you are having a bad, yeah, I know. Anyway, yeah, exactly. If you're having a bad year or a downfall, don't give up or be sad. God gives hardships to his strongest soldier. Yeah, I mean, true shit. Yeah, you know. We're at 8. What are you doing today, Jeff? Ah, 11. I did 11 so I could hit the 300. Working, fool. Name's Jeff. My name's Jeff. Oh shit. You're working. You're working and you're just like chilling on the phone at work? Oh my god. I'm gonna come over to your work and I'm gonna just be like, you lazy son of a bitch. What are you doing? Hanging out on your phone. I'm gonna leave my phone at home and I'm gonna live stream a workout from my TV, and I'm gonna point the camera at the TV so that you think that I'm at home working out. But I'm gonna pull up in the car right behind you and be like, you're gonna hear the ding ding like a car's coming, and you're gonna be like, oh hey, how are you working out? And I'll be like, you're on your phone. Oh. That was my punchlines aren't so great right now. Are you that Jeff from Drew's workout? What do you mean? Jeff never worked out with me. Unless you're talking about when we were talking about Jeff coming to work out with me that one time. Then yeah. There was a guy last time. Oh no, that was Richard. That's not Jeff, that's Richard. What's up, baby? Huh? You looking fine. Thanks, baby. I spent so much time just talking. I've only done 300 push-ups. There was a guy last time. Yeah, that was. Oh, I already answered that. Far from it. Did front and rear brakes. 4 tires and alignment on Lexus during this chat. What? What? Wow. All right, I have no memories of American names. All sounds familiar. Damn. Alright, I'm going to move on from push-ups. I'm going to do a couple of other workouts real quick. I do have to adjust this really fast. I'm just going to do overhead press. We're doing 10 sets of 10, so. How long are you walking for?
What?
How long are you walking for?
We did a mile.
Are you done walking?
He has not slept, nor has he wanted to sleep with me, so I don't know. I'm just trying to pass the time, honestly. I don't know, we might walk more. Do you want to go on a walk? I don't have my phone.
Oh. You don't have your phone?
No,
Oh, so you haven't been watching me.
I was until we left the house.
Overhead press is king. Hell yeah. How old are you? I'm 36. And I'm not old. Alright? Even if I was 70, I still wouldn't say I was old. How many times have I been around the sun? 36 times. I've been around the sun 36 times. Are we going to count the 9 months that I was in the womb? Because then I'm 36. Well, then I'd have to count all the months that I've been from my birthday. I would say I was 37 then.
Wow.
Huh?
Yeah, you were about to.
You look young. You look 25. Oh, thanks, homie. Well, you know, just work out, eat your vegetables, make sure that you get all the amino acids that you need, all the fats that you need. That's monounsaturated fat. That's polyunsaturated fat. Omega-6 is omega-3s. That's what poly is. And also, you know, also the timing for which you eat food matters to some extent. You know, make sure that you live your life within your rhythms, your circadian rhythms, your sleeping rhythms. The best way to do that is just to go to sleep when the sun goes down and wake up when the sun comes back up. Yeah, hydrate, you know, stay away from things that mess with your endocrine system, which is your system of hormones. Make sure you move around, you know, laugh a lot. What is your diet like? Good genetics. Oh, motherfucker. Yeah, well, you know, cancer is just when your own cells work against you. So, like, I have potentials for cancer in my body. But, you know, you also have to act on the good things that you can do to prevent your cells from destroying yourself from within. So, yeah, you can have good genetics, but if you don't act on your good genetics, yes. What is your diet like? Yeah, fasting is the answer. Fasting is the answer. I mean, fasting helps. You know, I think that, so there's a thing called biochemical individuality. which essentially means that every single person is different, everybody has different needs, and they're in different positions in their life. So like, I wouldn't necessarily recommend a person who every single day eats nonstop and is like 600 pounds or something to just all of a sudden go straight into like a hardcore fast for 3 days or whatnot. I'd say you should also, so like a fast in that regard can be considered bad. You know, you have to work with what you have to get yourself to where you are trying to go. You know what I mean? My diet is, I mean, you know, I eat vegetables, I eat fruits, and I always start, when people ask me what my diet is, I always start with that because there is way too much emphasis on eating protein, which really is just a word that comes from the Greek word protos, which just means first, and it's in reference to the first level of something being alive. So like you have these nitrogen containing molecules called amino acids, and that's actually what's important that you eat. There's like 500 to 700 different amino acids that we know of, and they all combine in various ways to make different proteins. And actually, of those 5 to 700 amino acids that exist, we as humans, so we make amino acids inside of our body, and but there's also amino acids that are essential for human function, and those essential amino acids are defined as the amino acids that we don't make in our body, that we have to eat and we have to ingest. And so there's 9 of them. And so really, you just need to find the foods that have those 9 essential amino acids. A lot of plants have those 9 essential amino acids. You just might have to eat a lot of that plant to get the amount of those amino acids that you need. And well, animals eat a lot of plants, and generally their muscles are made up of those amino acids because they get them from the plants. Um, I think that you could be a big muscly vegan, but it would just take so much longer than, and you would have to eat a lot. Um, but you know, I feel like there are pros and cons. But I generally I do eat meat. Um, I feel like I stay. The only meats that I don't really eat a lot is I don't eat a lot of beef. I do like beef. I don't eat a lot of beef. Um, I try and stay away from pork. Um, and I really just kind of eat chicken and eggs, and I'll eat fish. But most of my diet is mostly vegetables, fruits, and I stay away from processed stuff as much as I can. However, I do occasionally like to eat a whole tub of ice cream. So, and actually, honestly, yesterday we went to Costco. We bought a whole bunch of our fruits and stuff, and vegetables and meats and stuff like that. And then we also bought ourselves. We went to the front, kiosk area, whatever, the food court, and we bought like a whole pepperoni pizza. So I sprinkle some nasty stuff in there. Eating eggs. I don't believe that nonsense. We are all the same. That's not true. I wouldn't say that. I am skinny, but I am 60 kilograms at 5'7". Don't animals have multiple stomachs though? Or is that just cows? There might be other animals that also have multiple stomachs, but cows definitely have like 4 stomachs. And they mostly eat just grass. But like a chicken doesn't have multiple stomachs. Fish don't have multiple stomachs. Pigs don't have multiple. Yeah, it might just be cows that have multiple stomachs. And that's so that they can properly digest grass. Because that's what they eat. Boy, you can't mix a metric system and empirical system like that. Oh shit, he did. He did. He said, I'm 60 kilograms, but I'm also 5'7". Alright, man, I feel like I've talked so much this entire life. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set the timer for 1 minute, and I'm going to crank out the rest of these 80 reps with the head press, with the overhead press. Bugs are the real protein the body wants. Honestly, bugs aren't bad. Bugs are actually a pretty good source of protein. Not only, it's also about microbiome in guts. Yeah, true. Like gorillas are vegetarians, but they have different guts and microbiology. Wait, hold on. So are you saying that there's biochemical individuality amongst animals, but not amongst humans? There's a solid line. Let me ask you a question. You have two people. They're both, let's say they're twins. So they're both almost genetically identical. You have one person who eats nothing but Kit Kats their entire life. And then you have another person who eats vegetables and fruits and, let's say, fish their entire life. Are they going to both have the same microbiome? Got you there, Chris. Are certain cells in one person, in those two twins, are certain cells going to be active more so than the other? Is one probably going to have insulin resistance because their liver and their pancreas are like overworking, or I don't exactly know how that works. I still need to go to school for that a little bit, but they're connected to nature. Gorillas. We as humans are getting detached from nature. Do you think that I'm that stupid to not believe in differences among people? Hey Chris, you know what? Okay, you can make jokes. I can't make jokes. You're silly jokes. Our ancestors were stronger than us. Oh, don't remind me. My jokes are funny to me. Well, then my jokes are funny to me. Yeah. Woo! Hot damn, sugar. I'm thinking that I should make a second girlfriend. What? I am thinking that I should make a second girlfriend. Damn. Because I can't make first. Second, what? I'm thinking that I should make a second girlfriend because I can't make first. What? What do you mean by GF? You mean girlfriend? Make a second girlfriend? What's up, Rajesh? Yo, Rajesh, my shaboy. So are you at your dad's now? Yeah, I'm at my dad's. Yeah, we live in Ruther Glen. It's like 30 minutes away from Fredericksburg. You remember my other sister? I have two sisters. My My sister, who's 10 years older, which I don't know if you ever met her, but my other sister, who's like mentally handicapped, she lives with us too. Don't make a girlfriend; they are overpriced. Make a wife; you'll get a refund. I have to wait at least 10 years. What are you talking about? Make a girlfriend. Make a GF. What does GF mean? I have no idea how many sets of that I've done. I'm trying to do 10, so I do 100 reps. Why wife? Didn't you hear what he said? Because you'll get a refund. Because the wife can cook and do a good massage. Nice. What about you, Jeff? Are you living with your woman, or is she living with you, or what's your living situation like? And where in Fredericksburg do you live? Oh shit, damn, bro. Jeff, you are a fucking genius, bro. You remembered her name? Dude, I'm terrible with names. That's fucking awesome. Yeah, dude. Yeah, her name's Angie. To be fair, she never fought me. I was just a dick back then. I was really mean. I didn't want to take on the responsibility of being a good brother. And I guess I just didn't really fully comprehend that she just couldn't do stuff. I always thought that she did stuff, you know. I was a dick to her back then. And if I'm being honest with you, I'm still not the best brother, but at least I'm better than I was. But I still know I have a long way to go. I don't yell at her anymore. I don't like, we don't yell or anything like that anymore. No, we don't live together yet. She rents a place up north. I bought my parents' old house. Oh, nice. Hell yeah. That's awesome. Then she is a girlfriend, Rajesh, not a wife. You get them pecs. Thanks, homie. See you later, alligator. In a while, crocodile. Adios, Chris. No, like, what if wife has busy job? They can't cook. Oh, nice. Ooh. Grr. To be honest, I was not 100% on her name. Had to dive back into the memories of baby Drew with a high-pitched voice to recall. That's fair. Yeah. But you did. You did recall. Kind of impressive. That's cool. I don't even remember Kyle's mom's name or his sister's name. And for the longest time, he was my best friend. I don't even remember her name. I'm not good with names. Like, I'm not good with names at all. Are you leaving too, Rajesh? See ya, bro. Adios, homie. Impressed myself with that one. Yeah, true shit. Alright, this is gonna be my last set, and I think I'm done. Yeah, you gotta email me your number, Jeff, so we can just like, text easily. And then we'll have to figure out like a time where we're both free, you know. Ooh, I had a 15 on that one. Nice. I said see you to Chris. I'm still here. Oh, nice. That black Irish accent is unforgettable. Motherfucker. Oh, her accent. You know, I never noticed that she had a black... I thought she had a regular, normal accent, like American accent. I never noticed that she had an Irish accent. Her mom, though... yeah, her mom, for sure. Their mom was fun. Remember when Kyle used to say that he was Iraq, and I was like, Iraq? You're not from Iraq. And he was like, no, I'm Irish and black. I was like, motherfucker. Oh shit. Kyle was a funny dude, bro. Sweet. Alright, well, I think I'm done for the day. Sweet. Alright, well, I'm getting out of here. Hit me up, Jeff. Hey, can you pass me my phone? Yeah, their mom. The way she'd yell, Kylie! Yeah, right. Carl! Coyle! I can't even do an Irish accent. Yeah. Yeah, I saved her in my phone as mom number 2. I remember one time, I'll email you tonight. Nice, sweet. Oh, I can just look right here. I don't have to look at my computer anymore. Alright, well, I'm getting out of here. Kyle! I'll see you later, Jeff. See you later, Rajesh. Anyone else who's still here, see you later. I'll be here tomorrow, 3 p.m. Eastern Time. Goodbye.